both sides of the conversation, family. We welcome you to this virtual space crafted especially for you. My name is Jada Curry, and I'm both sides of the conversation's marketing director and graphics design specialist. I want to take some time to ground us all as a community into this space we are about to open up in, so let's go through our community standards. Both sides of the conversation is providing a safe and honest space for open conversation, so we ask that you all be respectful of that. We also ask that you be respectful of each panelist, host, and participant. We do encourage healthy debates and conversations. Don't personalize anything with anyone. This includes name-calling, bullying, trolling, or shaming. This will not be allowed or tolerated. Your perspective is yours. It is not a prescription. You do not have to agree, but show respect. These community standards apply to all of our live shows and any virtual spaces that we hold on social media, including YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. We want to make sure that we are caring for each other as a community. This is our priority in all of our endeavors as both sides of the conversation. With that being said, I hope you enjoyed today's show and continue to stay in touch with us via YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, or all of them. All right, thank you for listening and see you soon.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Both Sides of the Conversation. I'm John Henry, Executive Director. Today is Tuesday, so you know what that means. We got another phenomenal show, y'all. We got some amazing hidden gems tonight, so we are excited. Y'all know every Tuesday, this is the best show of the week for me. It's like positivity. It's about learning about businesses, learning about some impactful people that are doing positive things that impact the community. But with that being said, I got my co-host here, Pretty Tony. She's been holding it down while I've been in the snow cave. I've been a snowman for all of the weekend, but I'm back. I'm out of the cave. Tony.
I ain't got nothing to say to you, John. You went on vacation. I didn't get no vacation. I didn't get to go to the snow. I didn't get to relax. Nah, I'm just playing. I'm happy for you. What's up, community? I'm your co-host, Tony Rochelle. Welcome to Both Sides of the Conversation. If this is your first time joining our platform, welcome, welcome, welcome. It is Tuesday and it is exciting. It's been a year of excitement for Hidden Gems show on Tuesdays, right, John? Can you believe that we at the end of the year? Can you believe this is almost our last show? I'm kind of sad.
Yeah, I'm not sad. I need another break. I think this self-care thing, Tony, has really rubbed off on me. I've been running.
Oh, Lord.
I think I'm going to hide in the cave for another week or two.
You play too much.
I don't know.
But y'all, yeah, we got a lot in store for y'all tonight. It's gonna be a really nice show as usual.
Definitely. Well, to all the community folks, just want to say thank you. Everybody's been calling in and checking on me and like, are you okay? I'm okay, everybody. Okay, I just needed a little bit of time away. Okay, I needed to process some things. I had to get into Mother Nature and tap in with the animals. Okay, I saw bears and I saw geese and I saw all kind of animals. Okay, I was out there. Okay, walking around with no shirt on in the snow like a werewolf. Okay, I was out there with the people. But great time. Just wanted to say welcome back, community. I am happy. I know a lot of people been reaching at me. John, what's going on? I'm looking on both sides of the conversation. They say you're going live. Things happen. Listen, last week we've been impacted. Okay, our guests been impacted with COVID, travel, vacation. Okay, we had a bunch of guests who had to cancel for last minute for emergency reasons. Again, you know, our prayers out to them, making sure that they are good. We're going to get those folks back. They already reached out and rebooked. We still here, community. We ain't went nowhere. This is our last week for our shows. Next Tuesday will be our last show for the holiday break. We are taking a break, okay? I got to give everybody here at both sides of the conversation an opportunity to enjoy Christmas, their family, and don't have to worry about shows and booking guests and being at events. But we will be out in the community. We are going to be impacting the community during the holiday season. We are going to be blessing some families, okay? We're going to be pulling up like this. We just going to be pulling up like Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. I don't know. I was in the snow. I saw Santa Claus and Miss Claus over the weekend. I'm going to be my own Santa Claus this year. We're going to bless some people. But we are definitely happy to be back in the community doing stuff. But again, our live programming will end next Tuesday, as we'll have our last Sunday conversation this Sunday, and then we'll have our Hidden Gem show, and then we'll be taking a break, okay? We'll be revamping up. We'll be getting ready because in 2023, it's going to be happening on both sides of the conversation. We got our bowling event. We got some amazing stuff that's going to be popping off. So we are excited. We got some phenomenal people that's coming to work with us to really grow and do more of what we're doing here at both sides of the conversation. So I'm pumped up. 2023, Tony, I think I need one more week because I'm going to be like blowing up. Okay. Next year, we just gonna be doing all kind of stuff. We got some amazing partners. We have some folks that are trying to connect with us to do some amazing things to impact the Black and brown community. So we are excited about that. We've been getting some amazing phone calls and some amazing things that's gonna be coming in this new year. We're gonna be able to impact some youth, and we're just doing some amazing things. So I'm excited about that. And I'm looking forward to it. And Pretty Tony, y'all will see more Pretty Tony. Okay, next year, 2023, Tony is taking over, okay? Watch out. Pretty Tony's taking over, all right? But with that being said, before we get started, just also want to say, family, community, keep your prayers out there. We haven't made it to the end of the year. The gun violence in our community has still been erupting our community. A couple of families been impacted by other violence, all right? We are getting close to the end of the year. And we want to end 2022 off on somewhat of a positive note, but just some of the phone calls and information that I received over this weekend, families and folks still losing their loved ones to violence in our community. We have tremendous work. There is a violence prevention meeting that is taking place tomorrow at Elio Hutch. People are trying their best to put the right folks and people in there and have these conversations about this violence in our community, not just in San Francisco, all across this country. Violence has been erupting in our communities, and we're trying to find more soldiers, okay, to get behind the movement, talk to our young people, show them some love, and give them some games, some opportunities so that we can curb some of this violence in our community. It has been tremendous impact to the families and folks in this community, to all of our families and loved ones who lost loved ones over this past year. Our prayers and our condolences, and we're just going to continue to uplift you all in prayer, and we're going to continue to support all families that we can who's been impacted by gun violence. So with that being said, Tony, we're going to go ahead and jump into the world of news, some of the announcements and things that's going on. Y'all forgive me, okay? My voice is gone. I've been in the snow. But we'll get through this, okay? Let's start off with this. Breonna Taylor's boyfriend, Kenneth Walker, was awarded $2 million in settlement with the city of Louisville. Breonna's boyfriend, when the police ransacked their home, they have reached that settlement. So again, I know people are like, $2 million, that is nothing. Hey, something is better than nothing. We have went years of folks losing loved ones to police violence in our community. And again, it's some justice that's being brought back to the situations. Never could we replace that beautiful spirit, that beautiful soul of Breonna Taylor. But again, there is some justice that is being awarded to the boyfriend and to the family. And they also going to be sharing some of that $2 million to the Georgetown Law School Center of Innovations and Community Safety. And that's pretty cool as well. We do need more young lawyers and more folks that can advocate to help support communities and families who are impacted by police violence, as well as gun violence and other issues that impact our community. So we need some of them young lawyers out there. So shout out to all of the amazing law folks that are coming out in 2023. Just received some contacts on some folks that I didn't even know was finishing up law school. So congrats to them. Just folks doing some amazing stuff. Also, healthcare officials are warning physicians to be on the lookout for camel flu as soccer fans started coming back from the World Cup games in Qatar. The UK health folks is saying that this new virus is a mild illness. It said it's milder than coronavirus. They calling it the Middle East respiratory syndrome. Most patients have developed several issues with respiratory, and they say that it's very very impactful with folks in breathing. This RSVP or whatever they call it, and here in California and across the country is also impacting our young people. So definitely be on the lookout of washing your hands and getting checking in with your doctor and making sure that you're staying safe. It seems like this winter with the flu, respiratory, coronavirus, and all the other stuff that's been going on has been impacting our communities. So stay safe out there, folks. If you're not feeling well, please stay home, stay away from folks, tap in with your doctors, and make sure you get checked out. Also, Bill Cosby, NBC is being sued by 5 women who claim the actor sexually abused them. Cosby been sued on several times, but he is still facing more allegations as more victims are coming out. Bill Cosby is 85, and it is more and more of these allegations coming out. So this is going back to 1969. So again, we'll be finding out more information about that and then sharing that information out to the community as we get more updated information about these allegations. Again, never a cool thing. We have to protect all women when it comes to these type of allegations. We have to take them serious. And, it's just unfortunate that these are still folks who've been impacted by these allegations. So we just going to continue to uplift all of the parties involved. And again, we got to keep the women in our community safe. We cannot be having these type of things take place in our community. All right, we're going to jump into the events now and get through these events, and then we'll get started highlighting our amazing hidden gems tonight. We're going to start off first with the Winter Wonderland is taking place December 15th at the Ruth Williams Memorial Theater in San Francisco, 4705 3rd Street. Please check out this event. I believe the event is taking place at 3 p.m. For whatever reason, our time is not up there, but I'll make sure before the end of the show we get the right time up there for this event. But please check it out. This is going to be great at the Baby Opera Center. This should be a great event. Please get out there this Thursday, community, and go celebrate and enjoy some of the festivities, the gifts, the things that are going on. Shout out to all of the amazing folks who work over at the Baby Opera House, Miss D, Miss Smiley, all of the amazing folks that are continuing to move that center forward and making sure that our community has services and resources at the theater center. Also, the Bay Area Black Media Holiday Party is happening Friday, December the 16th, 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. It's going to be at the Rosemary Jane Oakland Cannabis Dispensary at 2340 Harrison Street in Oakland. And again, they forgot about me. I called the brothers. I said, what's up with y'all brothers? I'm in the media too. Y'all didn't call me. Now they said, John Henry, both sides of the conversation, y'all well. I said, that's all right. I ain't coming. I'm going to bless the young people. But again, it's going to be a great event for all the Bay Area media folks are going to be out there celebrating. Go check it out. 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. should be a great event. A lot of the Bay Area media moguls are going to be out there in support. And we are happy to just know that these type of events are taking place during the holiday. And we're going to do our best to get out there and support as well. They've been blowing me up after I was messing with them, Tony. I was like, y'all forgot about both sides. So we'll be out there. We'll check it out. Also, the holiday musical extravaganza is taking place Saturday, December the 17th, 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. at the Southeast Community Center at 1550 Evans Street. For more information, reach out to Vivian Ellis. Miss Viv, we're happy that you're doing this. You know I got you. I'm going to be pulling up for a short time because I got to feed the homeless. But again, we're going to be there, all right? It's going to be a great event, y'all. Check out Miss Vivian. She's been putting in years and years and decades of work, putting performing arts and dance for our young people and community. And we're excited to be a part and help her with this event. So I'll be pulling up for a short time to check out the event, but we'll be out there. We'll be all in the community this weekend. We're busy, all right? But we're going to be out there. Check it out. Should be a great event. Please reach out to Miss Vivian if you want to check out this event and see some talented dance for this holiday season. Also, our Both Sides of the Conversation feed is taking place this Saturday and Sunday. We will be on 3rd and Palouse, okay? We'll be right in the community with the people this Saturday from 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. We're going to be blessing the folks with food, gift cards. We got a couple community partners that bringing stuff. We're going to bless our people in the community. I know D10, they've been hitting me. John, you're doing all this stuff. I need something in the community. All right, we're pulling up, all right? We're going to be on 3rd and Palouse. My people asked me to come to 3rd and Palouse. We're going to be on 3rd and Palouse. We'll be blessing a bunch of people. Also, got a few community partners that's going to be bringing some toys and gifts for some of the families out there. So we're excited about that. And then Sunday, December the 18th from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. We're going to be at Martin Luther King and West Grand in Oakland, feeding the unhoused folks over there. We got some healthcare packs. Our team is going to be out there. Pretty Tony go show up and bless the people. All right, that's what we do. We continue to impact the people. We'll do our part. That's all we can do is our part. And we just thankful that we have some amazing team folks. Shout out to our Both Sides of the Conversation team. Shout out to Ms. Matthews, our director of our Unhoused program, who is putting this together to make sure that our folks in Frisco and Oakland eat. We know there's a lot of organizations that are feeding people, helping people, but we just want to make sure we do our part. So I want to thank our Both Sides of the Conversation team for making sure that we impact and bless people in our community as well. Also, the Do That activity is happening. The second annual Christmas party is happening Sunday, December the 18th. It's going to be from 12 p.m. to 5 p.m. at Thurgood Marshall High School. It's going to be in the gymnasium at 45 Crockett Street in San Francisco. Please come check out this event. Community folks, get out there, see what's going on, and come tap in with the people. Also, the Kwanzaa event is happening Thursday, December the 29th, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. It's going to be at the Mini Love Ward Recreation Center in Ocean View Park at 650 Capitol. My guy, Maurice Rivers and the OMI, the amazing OMI folks. They are doing some amazing stuff over in the OMI. We'll be there to support that event as well. We was there last year. Kwanzaa is always a powerful time for Black community to really instill principles and values and talk about the things that we need to do together to impact. And we just loving it. And we'll be out there to support that event as well. Again, y'all won't see us live, but we'll be out in the community with the people doing the most. All right. The Roasted Crab event is taking place Friday, December the 30th, 5 p.m. to 8 p.m., 332 Golden Gate Ave in San Francisco. Please purchase your tickets on Eventbrite. Go support my brother, okay? We're going to buy a few tickets and we're going to bless a few people because I can't make it to the event. But we're going to buy some tickets. We're going to give out some crab dinners to some of the people in the community. But shout out to my boy over at Cajun Occasion for putting this together. They are doing some remarkable things with feeding our community, popping up, making sure that our folks is eating good, giving high-class food service. And Tony, did you get some of that Cajun Occasion at the ABC event?
It was so delicious.
Oh, yes.
Them garlic noodles, that shrimp. Oh, I'm hungry right now. I don't want to talk about it.
Well, shout out to Cajun Occasion, my guy, and his family doing their amazing work, and we're excited to continue to partner and support them as well as they continue to make sure our community eat right. Also, the monkeypox vaccination is still happening. If you need the MPX vaccination, every Thursday, 11:30 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. at 701 Alabama Street in San Francisco. If you know anybody that needs to get vaccinated or you need that, I believe also they're going to be bringing flu shot resources as well and some COVID support and test kits. Please let us know. But get out there every Thursday, and that's going to be a great time if you need to go out and get that shot. Also, the Peace Park presents the Friday Night Fun every Friday night, 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. at the Hamilton Rec Center, 1600 Gary Boulevard. Again, it's a great event to have our young folks out every Friday. They're doing haircuts, different stuff. This is a violence prevention method project that they're doing. And we're just excited to see our young folks connected over there at the Hamilton Center doing stuff every Friday night. Go check them out. That's a Peace Park event. And we support anything that supports our youth, getting them off the streets and doing the work that they're doing. Also, the Saturday Family Fun Days is still happening for field trips, sporting events, and much more every second and fourth Saturday. Reach out to my guy, Nate Ford, SF Rebels. They making it happen for our community, making sure that our young folks have things to do. I know we are approaching the winter session break, so please reach out to Nate. They got some stuff that they're doing with our young folks during this holiday season. So reach out to the Rebels. His email's up there, and see if you can get signed up for one of these second and fourth Saturday events that they are doing. We're excited about that. Also, our Both Sides of the Conversation capacity building fundraiser is still going on through the New Year's. You guys can support us. I know Giving Tuesday passed, but we're still looking for folks to help support because we're trying to get our podcast. We're trying to do a number of things in 2023. We're just speaking it all into existence. Somebody told me this weekend in the mountains, Tony, John, all you got to do is just tell the heavenly skies what you want, and everything will fall down like the snow. So we're just putting it out there. Our capacity building fundraiser is still happening. Continue to support Both Sides of the Conversation and all the things that we're doing. Also, Both Sides of the Conversation, we are in possession of some COVID kits. So if you got COVID out there, are you looking for some COVID kits, please reach out to us, info@BSOTC, and we'll give you a special drop-off of COVID test kits if you need. We have a nice amount for community. So please reach out to us. We don't want y'all to have to go and pay because there's a lot of places who are charging for COVID test kits. We have some. Just reach out to us, and I got some other organizations that have them as well, and we'll make sure that you get access to those. Also, our both sides of the conversation volunteer program is still going on. We are still looking for folks to come support us and help us for our mission and vision and what we're trying to do to impact community. If this is you and you're looking for opportunity, I'm tired of folks talking about, John, I don't know where I can volunteer. I want to give back. I want to help. Reach out to us. We're going to find something for you to do. We'll put you to work. We got a number of programs that we're developing and putting together. So please make sure you reach out to us, sign up on our Join Our Squad, and make sure you are there. You can get you on and help support what we're doing. Well, if that ain't you and you like, John, I don't have the time to give back. I'm busy. Go to Amazon Smile. Click on both sides of the conversation. Choose us as one of your charitable organizations. And every time you shop, 0.5% of your purchases will come to both sides of the conversation. No extra charge to you, okay? Just whatever you're doing. And ladies, all the ladies out there, listen up, ladies. I see the Amazon truck. It's getting close to Christmas.
Don't start nothing, John. Don't start nothing, and it ain't gonna be nothing.
I see the Amazon trucks everywhere, ladies. Sign up and choose both sides of the conversation as one of your charitable organizations. And again, every time you shop on Amazon, a small portion of those sales will come to help support our organization. So we're looking forward for you to support us. Please support us, okay? And ladies, if you don't, okay, I'm going to tell your husband, I'll be seeing y'all sneaking out the house, grabbing all y'all packages, running them in the house and hiding like, oh, don't tell no one. Okay, I won't say that. Just choose us as your charitable organization. I promise I won't tell your husband that you was outside. A few seconds ago, I just see somebody go, sneak in, grab some packages and go out. Y'all ladies ain't right. Okay, help us out, all right? But, we just need that support, and we just thank
snitches get stitches, right? You know that, right?
Tony,
they coming for you. They coming for you.
All right. But with that being said, finally, for all of our new followers, I know a lot of people been hitting us. A lot of people like, oh, I didn't know y'all was here. Please follow us on all our social media handles at both sides of the conversation. We on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. I don't know. We everywhere, okay? Just type in both sides of the conversation. We're going to pop up. Check us out, all right? It did. With that being said, Tony, we got another show that was canceled this week. All right. We knew it was going to be tough at the end of the year, but we're going to be out doing some stuff. We're going to be supporting a couple of Black man groups and doing some other stuff in community this week. So no show this Thursday, community. Enjoy your Thursday. Go back to our YouTube channel. Check out some of the other great educational Thursdays that we had. But this Sunday, we will have our final Sunday conversation of the year. This is going to be a great conversation. We're still looking for a few fellas and a few ladies to sign up, okay? This is the submission conversation. Y'all know submission is a big topic when we talk about love, relationship. Nobody wants to submit, but we're going to have a conversation about that. So again, we are looking forward to this Sunday show, and then we'll have a Hidden Gem segment next Tuesday, and then we'll be taking a winter break, and then our shows will resume on Sunday, January the 8th. That'll be our youth show, and they're going to be talking about how to achieve your goals for your New Year's resolution. So we're excited about that. All right. With that being said, Tony, I can't even take a few days off. They already rushing me. John Harry, shut up. We heard enough of you. Bring up the hidden gems. Okay, community. We're going to bring up our first hidden gem tonight. All right. Y'all tired of hearing all of our announcements? Y'all tired of me already? I only been back for 30 minutes. It's okay. Tonight, we're going to bring up our first hidden gem. Okay, this king is coming all the way from Pennsylvania. Philadelphia's in the building. All right, for all y'all people out there talking about both sides of the conversation. Y'all just logo. Both sides of the conversation logo. We all across this thing. So we got one of our kings here tonight. Good brother. Welcome to both sides of the conversation. All the way from Philadelphia, PA, where the young bulls are at.
Welcome, King. Welcome.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you for having me. Thank you so much.
So you got to tell us who you are, what you do, why you here, what's going on.
Absolutely. Yeah. So for the most part, I'm actually here sharing, thank you guys for having me. I'm here to share different things a little bit about me and about me actually promoting my book. If you can look there, I'm gonna actually be sharing my screen in a little bit, but just to give you a little background of where I come from and the reason why I felt as though it was very imperative that I reach out to different communities throughout the world. So coming up and growing up in the city of Philadelphia, I was raised, you know, in a single family household, single mom. That it was a struggle. You know, city of Philadelphia. There's a lot of things that goes on. You know, we come up in poverty. You know, a lot of different things. You know, were happening. You know, I had siblings. You know, we fought all the time. I always turned to the streets. My father left when I was about 4 years old. You know, he was strung out on crack, et cetera, et cetera. Soon but not shortly, my mother was actually diagnosed with cancer at the age of 13. When I was 13, she was actually about 40 when she was diagnosed with cancer. And she was actually on the urge of passing away. So to make a long story short, my mother wound up passing away. I wound up taking it really hard. So what happened was about a year later, after she had passed away, I wound up getting in some major trouble. So when I took it really hard, you know, I turned to the streets. I turned to smoking weed. I started doing a lot of things that, you know, that were not right. You know, I didn't think over, you know, the consequences of my actions. So just so happened, one night, me and a group of guys, you know, teenagers, because I was only 15 at that time. I was a kid. We decided to rob a person, and just so happened that night, with us being teenagers, not, you know, knowing the consequences of our actions because we wasn't thinking. What happened was we wound up robbing a guy, and one of the accomplices that I was with wound up shooting the guy in the head. So here it was. I was certified as an adult. I was certified as an adult in adult jail, adult prison. You know, with my life flashing before my eyes. Didn't know what to expect. So here it was. We was facing life in prison. We was facing death in prison. But I say that to say that there's always hope, you know, at the end of the tunnel. You know, never to give up. And again, I'm giving this to a lot of, because again, the book that I actually just published, which is the life story, which is the unspoken truth and life story of Keenan Hudson. So right now, it's actually on Amazon Kindle, the digital version. The actual physical copy comes out January 16th. So again, it's giving you a basic format of my life. And on top of that, how I was able to overcome, even going through prison, how I was able to learn and educate myself doing a lot of things and come out and return to society and being successful. So since I've been home since 2016, I was able to speak on many different platforms. I was able to talk and reach a lot of different youth. And again, it took me, like I say, I have a lot of other books that are written as well, but it took me time to write my biography because I had to first experience how life was. Just imagine, you know, leaving the world at a young age, but then you returning to the world, and the only thing you remember was that young age. So again, it took time, by the grace of God, it took 6 years, you know, for me to understand and be successful with different things in life. And for me to really say, okay, it's time to give back full blown, you know, with no breaks. So again, from the book, right now, you can definitely check it out on Kindle. You can check it out. I got pictures in there, you know, me coming, you know, spending with the governor and, you know, different places, you know, this family, both sides of the family. It's a lot. It's a very interesting story. There's a lot of people, again, I'm on all social media platforms. Again, Keenan Hudson. You can find me, KeenanHudson.com. You can check the book out. But again, the reason why I'm here is to, like I said, is to bring awareness to these communities, to bring awareness, as the brother Mr. Henry was saying, that we want to reach these youth because, you know, before it's too late. Because a lot of times, again, a lot of families are growing up, you know, households, as some of the sisters were saying, you know, hey, single mother. Sometimes it's hard to raise boys. But here it is, we have men that have been through the experience that can really reach out and try to save a life, save someone from going to prison, save somebody from throwing rocks at the prison doors. You know, it's very important. So again, I'll share my screen a little bit here. They had mentioned that, like, I'll show that this is some of the book. This was very interesting. Um, so if you can see my screen, I'm going to be
All
I'll
right,
share my screen
I see
here.
it. It's up. I see it. It's up.
Is up? Can you see it?
Yep, we can
Okay, so
see
Yes,
you
it.
we
see.
can see it.
Okay, so sorry if am I running long on time or am I good?
No,
Am
you
I
got.
good?
Take
It's
your
your
time,
time.
man.
It's your time.
Okay, cool. Okay, so this is the front book. So you can see it's me on the cover, and then you see like a mug shot of me when I was actually on the news. But what makes this book interesting as well is on my back insert. Even though you may see something here about like me about the author, however, my actual sentencing judge, the one who actually sentenced me, I made such a big impact that he actually wrote an insert on my book along with other people that had different impacts in my life, and I had impacts on their life as well, such as principals and doctors, as such. So again, it's very interesting in the way the story transpired, and I just want everybody to know that it's a powerful story, and I want you guys to check it out. So if you all have any questions, comments, concerns, feel free to ask now.
Well, we definitely got to jump here with some questions. We don't let nobody come on this platform and just walk out with nothing. I'm sure Tony has a bunch of
Absolutely.
questions for you too. But first off, I just want to say salute to you, King, because
Thank you.
I think it's very important, in America right now with all of the things that are taking place with our young people. When you look at our communities that are impacted with drugs, violence, and different things of that nature, we always hear the saying of how do we take care of our communities and give back and make impact. And I think what you're doing is a great segue to what we need to be doing. I always say it takes men to raise other young men. It takes folks who've been through the mud and been through the incarceration, been through the streets to talk to the young folks out here. They got a thing that they call them credible messengers. I just say people that tell the truth, right? It's testimony. You go to church, people tell you their story. And it
Yeah,
touches
yeah,
people
yeah.
because a lot of times we go through things and we don't understand
Mhm.
the real pain, the real challenges that folks deal with when they go through incarceration. But I think it's very powerful that you was able to take advantage of the system. Too many times we hear about the prison system. Oh, it's really not a place of people getting the support or getting the help. But here it is, you talking about your story, being able to benefit from some of the things that you have learned while incarcerated and applied them out here on the streets. And this is why I'm a big advocate of second chances. I always tell people, like, we got to give people second chances. If we could give more people in America to understand when folks go do their time and give back to the community, that they should get that opportunity because things do happen. I believe in miracles, okay? I'm a miracle. I see other people that go, it's miracles out here.
Yeah,
It's people that's actually
yeah,
been
yeah,
through some things that make change.
yeah, yeah.
But,
Absolutely.
I want to ask you this.
Go ahead.
Doing all of the businesses that you're doing, being able to utilize this stuff, what was the true point when you felt like I could really take this on? Because I think some young brothers get out and they don't know when they can take that challenge on. When did you feel that all that transpired? You're like, I could take this on and I could do it.
Well, so first off, it all starts with the mindset. And it starts not out here, but it starts when you're inside. So if your mindset is not changed from in there first, like even surrounding yourself with the right people, going to the library, educating yourself, reading books to that nature. When you do come outside, you have to remember that things are not going to come overnight. I've told in many platforms, I told people I had to start from the bottom. I didn't have mommy and daddy to run to. So again, if you're not going to come out with the mindset, look, if I got to work for minimum wage until something opens up, you're going to fail. If you don't know that, hey, look, I might have to go to Foreman Mills or Kmart to probably buy some clothes until I can get on my feet, you're going to fail. See, a lot of people come out with the wrong mentality. I got to keep up with the Joneses. Oh, I got to go chase this girl and try to put money in her pocket, or I got to do this and do that. They're coming out with the wrong mindset. But the time when I figured it out, and I'm still working on things, I'm still figuring out things. But it's when I came home with a focus when I said, look, I know it's going to take time, even if I got to walk in the snow, even if I got to walk in the rain. I knew that eventually, once things start clicking, that's when I'm going to be able to start things and be able to maneuver things. But nothing is just anything that's going to be handed to you. You're not going to know how to appreciate it because again, rock bottom teaches you lessons that the mountaintop won't. So you got to start from the bottom. Period.
That's real life right there. But 15 years you
Yeah,
spent, where did
yeah.
where did the determination come from for you to come out and want to mentor youth? Because
Wow.
you didn't have to, you could have been selfish. You could have just been about yourself and gone about your business. Like, where did that determination come from in the inside, as you just talked about?
Okay. Yeah. So again, all right, so it was definitely nearly 15 years. It was 13 years actually, but I just rounded off. But you might as well say 15 years because that was a lot of time in my life. So let me say this. So when you grow up in prison, right, you miss out on some of the most crucial points in life. You don't go on a prom. You don't go on your senior trip. You don't go apply for college. You miss all your 20s. So my thing is I always had a mindset of, hey, I love to help people. So I have to condition myself on how can I help people in certain ways. So I knew that it would be a lot of youth, and it's even youth that fell the same time that I fell years ago, and they lost their mind. A lot of them couldn't read or write. They used to hire me to write their letters to people and stuff like that. A lot of them, they don't have no idea or no clue because technology and things advance so much that the only thing they can do is once they come out, they get scared and go right back in because everything is given to them. So again, me having it, I never allowed the time to get to me, which brought me around to say, hey, there's going to be people that's going to be in your situation or almost in the same predicament that you're in. So it's only right to give back because the things that I've been through, it wasn't just for me to just go through for nothing. No, it was for me to share and help people that's on the road of destruction as well.
And I hear what you're saying, but I still need the answer. Like, where did the
Okay.
determination come from? Did you meet
Okay.
somebody in prison that told you that you could do
Okay.
it? Did you open the Bible? Did you get on your knees? Did you write
I
a letter
got
to
you.
God? What did you? We need
Wow. Wow.
specifics.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay.
You
So,
know
so
Tony don't be
absolutely.
messing around, y'all.
Yeah, yeah, she don't play, but I appreciate that. That's very that was
Because you
very
gotta realize,
very
I'm
important.
not trying to be rude, but you got somebody that's gonna watch this show
That's
and that's
watching. Yeah,
listening.
yeah.
They like, oh, he already got it together because he got it together.
Oh
He
no,
just,
no, no,
you know what
no,
I mean?
no.
They need those very
Absolutely.
specific details of how you
Absolutely.
were
Yeah,
determined. If it was it a
absolutely.
person, a thing, a
So
place, a
yeah.
situation.
So yeah, absolutely. So it was a time where a couple old heads had to pull my coattail because they said, "Young boy, you got a good head on your shoulders. We can see that. You're not really no gangster, nothing like that. This, that, and the third." So what happened was when I started getting my act straight, I started going to school. I started saying, "Hey, I want to really be something like when I get out of here." So I started taking trades. I started doing different things, but I was also nipping and dabbling with like far as like gambling, running stores, running tickets, doing a lot of different things that wasn't right. But it did come a time when I was actually shipped to Virginia, and I had an encounter actually with God. Whereas the church came in, they prayed over me, and things just changed from there. What I mean by that is I started learning the gift of music. Like I started playing piano, I started learning and really really dedicating my time. So it gave me a boost because I knew that a lot of people was going to be counting on me out here. A lot of people knew who I was from before when I went to prison. So at the same time, I knew that once I came home, I was going to have to show, not necessarily prove anything to them, but I was have to show them that if I could do it, you can do it, even coming out of prison. So I grabbed that courage. Like I say, it's only by the grace of God. Yes, God's the one who really planted inside of me. So again, um, for whoever's listening right now, you know, who you may believe, like you said, I know who my savior is, I know who I believe in. But whoever you may your higher power is, having trust in your higher power, that is totally key. Your spirituality, that is totally key. That's like a real drive right there. So I hope that answered you, Miss Tony.
Yeah, I appreciate that, King. We got some young folks that we work with that's locked up that should
Yeah.
be watching. I be trying to get on
Hmm.
my youngsters to check out some of these hidden gems. But just a wealth of inspiration, brother. I think that's really is really all about coming back and giving back, being consistent. And a lot of times, I like the way you put it because a lot of brothers come home and it's like they glorify, what they been
Hmm.
through, right? It's like sending mixed messages. That's why I'm happy about the hidden gems tonight that's up. And y'all go hear from Uncle Damien next. Powerful story. He been to PA doing some time as well. But we got to have more soldiers that's doing this work consistently. Our young folks are so misguided in our communities right now. They talk about big homies and what they looking up to. And then,
Hmm.
it's important that you walk the way you walk. And it's important that all of us that's coming up tonight, Uncle Damien, as we walk in a certain light, because sometimes the big homies in our community, the older cats, the ones who've been there, that got the game, been to prison, is teaching our young folks the wrong thing, and it's like, how do we as the men of the community check them? I see OGs all the time telling the young folks the wrong thing, right? It's like, what are we doing? So we got a lot of work to do, but it's always great to hear folks who've been through the experience come back and give back, because so many times it's very courageous. And that's why I say I commend all folks that are willing to be vulnerable, willing to speak their truth and their story. And I think it's just powerful, right? I see that big lion behind you. I'm a Leo, so I know about that Leo power. You know what I'm saying? But I think it's really
Absolutely.
important that we have these conversations and we be vulnerable, because I always tell people, the young people that we're dealing with right now, they're about action. They're about show me, right? We can't just go and talk to them. And I always tell people,
Yeah,
you have
yeah.
to connect with these young folks before you correct them. You can't just step at them and be like, don't do this, and not give them a real vision of why not. Because in their mind, all they see is the money, the bling, the things that's going on. And they think that's the only way to get it. And I just think it's powerful that you're doing what you're doing, writing your books, running your businesses, because we got to show young people. And this is why I'm trying to put together right now. I'm working with some folks at Salesforce, different folks, trying to find these Black entrepreneurs, Black businessmen to show the young people in our community, all right, that you can work in a corporation. You can have your own business and drive a Ferrari. You can have nice things and not just be a rapper or a basketball player or athlete. Because sometimes in our community, we get programmed. Only way we could get a nice car, only way we could do this or that is if we a rapper, if we an athlete. But we need the lawyers, we need the businessmen to come out and say, hey, you could drive a Ferrari too and be a lawyer, right? Just to give them something different, to see something different in the community. So I think it's powerful for what you're doing. It gives the young people hope. I think it also encourages them to know that even with the bad decision, that they can still come out of it and make the right choices. So just happy to
Absolutely.
say that. And with this
And
being said, all right, brother, before I let you go, both sides of the conversation, we're going to purchase some of your books, okay? So make sure before you leave, put your information on Amazon in the chat. We're going to pick up a few. I want to get them to some of the young brothers that's locked up that we're working with, and make sure that our
Yeah.
young folks in the community that are doing the time or just coming home get that book so they can get some words of inspiration, and make sure that they know that it's folks out here like them that stepped in those pathways and made changes. So just happy to say that. And then Tony, if you want to give any final questions.
no, and I also wanted to say that, like, yes, you making an impact with our youth, but we also want to think about the other brothers that's been in and out of prison, that keep going back in and coming out and repeating the same pattern, and just feeling discouraged and not being able to move forward because the determination is not there. So we got grown men that's still trying to figure out, that's still lost and didn't get that blessing that you got. And so you making a difference all the way around, sharing your story. So we appreciate you.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Man, definitely very powerful stuff. But before we let you go, brother, okay, because this is a hidden gem segment. You're not hidden no more. It's a lot of people.
Yeah,
The
yeah,
power of both
yeah.
sides of the conversation followers is all over this country, okay? We'll get some people to support you. So before we let you go, if there's any shout outs, any people you want to show some love to, you want to uplift some folks, all right, this is the time to
Yeah.
do it. If you want to shout out any businesses, books, do it now so that people know how to find out you. Put out your hashtag, all that good stuff.
Oh
And
yeah,
let's get it
absolutely.
up.
Yeah, Keenan Hudson on all social medias. Again, my book, again, it's the unspoken truth and life story of Keenan Hudson. So, like I said, right now it's actually on Kindle. So it's the digital version, but the physical copy, that's what I'm trying to tell you. That's going to come out January 16th. So that's coming out. Yeah, so definitely, like I said, shout out, like I said, first and foremost, praises be to God. Shout out, I see Brandy's a great supporter, a powerful story as well. I believe she's going to be signing up with you guys too, because she has a great story there. Um, yeah, like I say, shout out I don't know if you ever heard of Wall Street Carol. He was a big influence too. Have you ever heard of Wall Street?
Never heard of Wall
Kurt,
Street. You gotta
Kurt
get me
was,
tapped in. I
yeah,
gotta find
yeah,
out.
I'm gonna get him tapped in. Yeah, Curtis Wall Street Carroll. He actually just came home. He was actually at Pelican Bay, but he just flew into Oakland. He just came home. Big finance. Vlad TV and everybody did a big thing on him. A big finance person. But yeah, shout out to him. We're supposed to be connecting, doing some big work. Again, but yeah, I appreciate y'all with everything. Forgive me if I missed anybody, but I just thank y'all for having me. Both sides of the
Definitely, we're
conversation.
gonna do our part and make sure that we stay connected with you, brother. I'll make sure that the team get your contact information. I know it's late there on the East Coast. You got to get ready for the next day. But I definitely want to stay connected with you. And when I get out there to Jersey, I want to make sure I make a stop down there and definitely try to tap in and connect with you, man. Just want to say, King, keep doing what you're doing. Keep speaking your story to make sure folks out there know who you are and the things that you're doing, because it's important. And our young folks, we need to see that and keep shining that light on the community, King.
Okay, thank you. All right, y'all take care. Y'all have a good night.
All right, Uncle Damien, we're Uncle Damien. All right.
All right.
All right, we're gonna get ready for Uncle Damien. I see him in the background with the kids. There you go, right there, Uncle Damien. We finna bring up Uncle Damien, us for us, and then we gonna get to our last hidden gem. Uncle Damien, welcome to both sides of the conversation, King. Y'all know this guy right here. I ain't gotta say it, man. This is my brother right here, Uncle Damien. Welcome to both sides of the conversation. Look at that, the people's chat is here to bless both sides of the conversation. Come holler at the people, King.
My people, my beautiful people. What it is, man. No longer hidden, I guess. I don't know. I ain't been hiding, so I don't know how I've been hidden. You know what I'm talking about? But very, very grateful to be here. Both sides of the conversation. I've been blessed to watch it from the beginning, the inception. Like my brother just said, we are brothers. John Henry, man, we've been in and out that juvenile hall for many, many moons. We from the same hood, technically, you know what I'm saying? And I'm just honored to be here, man. Honored to share space with the people, the good people. Way long overdue. I'm going to keep it 100. John Ben asked me to come on long time ago, you know what I mean? But I just been busy, man. Been out here in the community, doing what we do. My name Damien Posey, affectionately known in the community as Uncle Damien, the people's champ. Born and raised in San Francisco, originally from Double Rock, Alice Griffith Projects, but my mother was 16 years old when she had me. And if you know anything about young mothers, especially in San Francisco, man, housing is not so prevalent. So we moved all over, man, and it ended up being a blessing, being able to interact with different communities. I live in West Point, Fillmore, Valencia Gardens, Army Street, been all over the city, man. So I've been able to represent the city all over the country, in and out of juvenile hall, all my young life, no father, only real positive male role model in my life is Jack Jacqua, Pops, you know what I'm talking about, Omega Boys Club, Alive and Free, the original, I'm talking about violence preventer, you know what I mean? In my eyes, I was in and out of the juvenile hall my whole life. Like the brother said before me, no proms, no first date, first kiss. I never, a lot of people don't know, I never had a birthday in the free world in my teenage years. I didn't have a birthday until I was like 20 years old. In and out. I was also in Philly, like he said, I was in Glen Mills School for Boys. That Jack Jacqua diverted me from the California Youth Authority for attempted murder, diverted me from there and got me to Philadelphia, where I got my GED and high school diploma, but still wasn't all the way mature enough, you know, to battle against, you know, the streets and to the, you know what I mean, what Jack used to say, I had the hood disease, because I just had to be outside, man. I had to be involved with some shit, you know what I mean? Excuse my language, you know, I had to be involved, you know what I mean? For some reason, you know, it initially started with me wanting to help my mom, you know, take care of the household. And then, you know how it is, the streets will engulf you, man. And, you know, that's a message for the young people, man. Don't think you can, you know what I mean, fight the current, the tide, man. It's been here forever, man. It's like the system is set up for you to lose. The house will never lose. I don't care how much money you win, the house will never lose. You know what I'm saying? It's a losing game. And, you know, I lost, you know, I've been shot 5 times, you know, then even after, you know, my young career in juvenile hall, I ended up getting sentenced to 120 months. That's 10 years for some of y'all that ain't good with math. You know what I'm talking about? You know, I did 10 years in federal prison, ex-felon, possession of firearm, discharging a firearm in a public place, you know, shooting at a brother that looked just like me, John, on 16th and Mission, Broad Day. You know the story because he didn't heard it 1,000 times, but we telling the people, you know, and, you know, and it's funny, I got to say, you know, I shot, it was not funny, but, you know, we were in a gun battle in the streets, you know, thank God I didn't hit no one else, you know, but after doing my 10 years and I came home, he told on me, he didn't get on the stand, but he flagged the police down and told him to get on me, which eventually led to me going to prison for 10 years. So, you know, he told on me, you know, but I seen him when I got out after doing the 10 years. And, you know, I seen him and he seen me. I looked, I was like, what's up? He was like, man, I got kids. I said, me too, man. Have a nice life. You know what I'm talking about? And it was because it was over, you know what I mean? Nothing. It was over, you know, a scuffle in the streets, man, that could have been handled, but it cost me 10 years of my life. And, you know, it ain't no telling what it cost him because, you know, some other individuals knew that he had said something about me, you know how the streets react, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, I heard he didn't have no, you know, a few good days and stuff of that nature. But at the end of the day, man, we grew up and we both had kids and we realized that kid stuff didn't even matter, man, you know, and what really matters is the stuff that we're doing now, John, you know what I mean? I've been blessed to be, you know, work in the community with amazing organizations from Mission Neighborhood Centers to United Players to Project Level, Mobilize Love from the Heart, so many different amazing organizations, YCD, you know what I mean? Even the mayor herself, London Breed, you know, to whereas I'm an executive director of my own organization, Us for Us, keeping the kids out of trouble and off the streets. I'm in the Us for Us Youth Lounge right here that I built up myself, you know what I mean? With no support from the city, no funding, just grassroots. You know what I mean? Getting some donations, tapping in with the people and just doing it from the heart, man. And we've been able to just service the people, man, for many moons, especially when the pandemic hit, you know, serving 200 seniors every day, you know what I mean? Going community to community, feeding, providing services. When everybody was going inside, we went outside, you know what I mean? And that's what got me the People's Champ belt. You know what I'm talking about? Also got the Key to the City Impact Award from the Warriors, Community Hero from the DA's off, all kind of accolades I could pull out, man, but it's really about the people. I've been able to cultivate an amazing team, man. Shout out to all the Us for Us members. You know, John Henry, man, you was up here, both sides of the conversation. Shout out to all my volunteers, man. So, you know, I got to shout out all of the Us for Us volunteers, man.
Okay, wait, we ain't at the shout outs yet.
What?
People's Champ, we ain't there yet. We ain't there yet. We got some questions. I got some questions. I know you and John brothers, and you didn't even say hi to me. You didn't even say. I'm just sitting here, but that's okay. People's Champ, you know, that's okay. No.
I was getting to that. You hopped in. You couldn't.
But you know, I got you know.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Penny Tony, both sides of the conversation. I just seen her at the Asian and Black event, and we tapped in. I'm definitely gonna be booking her to host. She's an amazing host. We appreciate you. You know what I'm saying? We need to get her up there because we got a few girls at the juvenile hall right now, John. You know that, and I think they would enjoy hearing a positive message from Pretty Tony. You know,
I'm definitely with it. But I don't know you like John know you.
Oh,
but
really?
So I want to know. What I want to know is what was that day? What was that very moment? What was the day that you just said enough is enough? Because you eventually get tired of yourself. So it sounded like you got tired of yourself and you made a transition to do something better for the community. That's what I'm hearing. So what was that day like? What was that moment like? What was that situation that made you change your mind to go the other direction?
And so I was definitely going to get to that, but I'm glad you asked me. So, and that's why, you know, me and John it'd be hard for me and John to be in the same room because, you know, we just be the same.
That's exactly why I'm here. That's exactly why I'm here.
Right. But, you know, we all about second chances and not giving up. And that's what I'm about. I just was with some young cats today that just did some stuff, but I was just like, you know, I'm here. I'm not going to give up on you. Jack never gave up on us. You know what I'm saying? John Henry's not giving up. Uncle Damien's not giving up. I didn't change. I'm here now. The People's Champ, all of that. But I didn't change my life till I was in my mid-20s. I was like 25 years old in prison doing a 10-year prison sentence. You know what I'm saying? And a few things culminated for me. And let me break it down. So for one, God showed me that, you know, I was a cultivator of people, that I had the ability to cultivate and lead individuals. You know what I mean? I'm a humble dude. I come from meager backgrounds. We was, you know, on welfare, all the thing. I never thought that I could be a leader, you know what I mean? But just naturally being myself, individuals rocked with me, and, you know what I mean? And, you know, because I always kept it real, always kept it solid, you know what I mean? Never did nothing shady to nobody that didn't have it coming. So I always kept it solid, always been a solid individual, and other individuals rocked with that, you know what I mean? People from the community, stuff of that nature. So just by happenstance, you know what I mean, I was somewhat of a leader. So when I got to prison, and I was seeing individuals coming to the prison that were kind of like following behind me, doing the things that I was doing, and we were in groups together. You know, I don't know if you ever been locked up, but you know, when you see the homie come through the door, everybody like, "Hey, what's up, man?" And I was thinking to myself, I was sitting back one day, like, why are we happy that this dude is here? Like, I mean, it's cool, you see your folks, you know, they're alive and stuff like that, but this is not the place to be. I don't want my people being here, you know what I'm saying? And everybody, you know, what's so they used to call me Paradise back in the day, you know what I mean? Paradise, and then, you know, I got the care packages. I was one of the quote unquote big homies, you know what I'm saying, up in there, stuff of that nature, you know. So I had, you know, hygiene kits for individuals, make sure they got to the right room and stuff like that. So I was curating that stuff, but I was seeing a lot of, you know, the young homies coming in, following behind, not just me, but other homies, you know what I mean, into prison, you know what I mean? And I didn't want that for them. So that was one. Not the number one, but that was one. And then two, one time I got a picture of my daughter. I got a beautiful 23-year-old daughter. And at the time when I went to jail, she had just been born, but I wasn't in my right state of mind. I wasn't the best dad. I was like, I'm going to take care of you, but I'm out here doing what I do. You feel what I'm saying? But one time, my mom had sent me a picture of my daughter, and she looked just like me. And I looked at the picture, and it just hit me. And I was like, man, this is my responsibility right here. Like, I got to, you know what I mean? And the way people look at me is the way they're going to look at her, you know what I mean, to a certain degree. And I didn't want individuals, you know what I mean, judging her based on my actions, because I wasn't the best dude. I didn't leave a great taste in the mouth of the city when I left, man. I was a, you know, gangster pimp drug dealer, you know what I'm saying? To say the least, gangster pimp drug dealer robber, you know what I mean? And then also I started going to the mosque. I started going to the mosque with the brothers from the nation, and I started hearing Farrakhan talk. Farrakhan gave me some pride in myself, in my blackness, in my brotherness. He helped me to forgive my mom, because my mom had struggled through some times where she was dealing with addiction and prostitution and stuff of that nature, you know, even though she's the most amazing mother and queen who always had my back, you know what I mean? And I apologize to her all the time for being a horrible son, you know what I mean, growing up, because, you know, if I really had issues with what she was doing and was a real man, I would have took her to a rehab, where I would have approached her instead of being a whiny man boy, which I thought I was, just being pouting, being upset, like, my mom's on drugs, you know what I mean? Stuff like that, you know what I mean? Being mad about it. I would have been like, let's work together to get you together, because, you know, I knew she loved me in her heart. So a culmination of those things right there put it on me to know that it was time to change. And also I was tired of going to jail, and I felt like there was something better for me in my life, you know what I mean, for me, than just keep going in, because I didn't do nothing successful in my life at that point but get locked up.
Man, King, you know, I know the ins and outs I just want to know that energy, man, because Uncle Damien, I've been trying to keep up. I told Nate I only get 2 hours of sleep. I can't keep up with y'all, man. Y'all all over the place. I can't keep up, but that passion, that energy, man, how does it keep you going? I know you always with the youth. I know you always open to collaborate and work with everybody.
Yep.
How do you keep that juice? Because people be like, I see Uncle Dame everywhere. How do you keep that energy and that juice?
Like you said, man, the young people. And like, life is short, John. You know what I mean? I just seen you in the snow. I'm glad you got you some self-care. I'm not a big self-carer, man. I be getting in arguments all the time with people, all of that. You know what I mean? I'm not a big I'm a little self-care. I go get a few little massages and stuff because, my body be aching because I got shot up and stuff like that. But like, I'm not going on no vacations and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Because there's so much work that needs to be done, but that's just me. That's not for everybody. You doing great, bro. You feel what I'm saying? Y'all doing great over there. Do what you need to do to keep it going. Everybody's situation is not the same. You feel what I'm saying? I'm not married. I don't have no, you know what I mean? My daughter's grown. This is all I do. This is all that I want to do. This is what, you know what I mean? I feel like God has put on my heart to do. I feel like if I stopped, I might die the next day because I'm supposed to be dead already. I've been shot 5 times. Several car accidents, kidnapped, pistol whipped, motorcycle accidents, all kind of stuff where I shouldn't even be here right now. You know what I mean? So I feel like, the Most High has kept me here so that I can do this work and to give me, I keep waking up every morning. So what am I going to do? You know what I mean? This is what I'm supposed to do. I wake up early every morning, no alarm clock needed. Like my big bro ET said, man, no, I don't got no alarm clock, man. My passion wakes me up every day to do this. And I'm with the young people all the time and I'm seeing what's going on. I'm seeing the family struggling. I'm seeing, the beef and everything. I'm taking the guns from the young people. So it's like, I can't stop. I try to do. I wish I could do more, you know what I mean? But, I probably would run myself into the grave. But if I die doing this work, then I'm dying doing what I'm supposed to do,
Man, very powerful stuff. Tony,
That's
you got
beautiful.
anything else?
That's beautiful that you have that passion and that love for the youth and community.
And community, because it's not just the youth. I mean, the youth is the focal point, but, I work with seniors. I work with individuals coming out of prison, getting their life together, man. I got my boy, Damon Hill with me, man, POP, you know what I'm saying? We grew up in the streets, thugging and bugging together, helped him change his life. I got a few other dudes that's like that, man. They just made me the credible messenger for the Bayview. I'm looking for another individual to hire to do the work that we doing because now they're starting to understand, it ain't no disrespect to the college going suit and tie, Dr. Marshall individuals, but it's not, doing what it should be doing all the way. That needs some help as well. And they need some help from individuals that are, like you said, credible, that been there, who've changed it. It's just a hard thing to do. Get somebody that's been all the way in it and that's all the way out of it and is all the way committed to helping the people, finding them, you know what I'm saying? Those things that match up is not easy at all. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to SVIP. They got a good thing going over there, per se. Some homies that grew up in the city, man, that's helping to give back. You know what I mean? That's coming straight from the city. But, we straight grassroots over here. Us been doing it, gonna keep doing it. You know what I mean? Just like both sides of the conversation.
I don't know if I'm gonna keep doing it, Unc. I got some of that self-care. I think I'm.
You got to. Come on, man.
I was playing in the snow. I was in Snow Angels.
Listen. Let you not go up there one of them Saturdays to Juvenile. They're gonna be like, "Where's John Henry?" And then when you don't show up, what they be on you, huh? Where you was at, man? What's up? They need us, bro. They need it.
And you need to get some self-care too. Like you telling him, you need to make sure you get some self-care.
Listen,
that's important.
I just lost 50 pounds. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting a lot of self-care, man. I'm finna live a long time. I got some other entrepreneur endeavors. We about to hit that M next year. You know what I mean? I'm sending that out there. You know what I'm saying? And we're gonna bring it back to the community for sure. Oh yeah, that's the easy part. You know what I mean? And we got to educate the young people about that. You know what I'm saying? We in the youth lounge right here. I've been showing all a bit. I got Creative Corner. The young people can come here and create their brands for free. I got shirts, hoodies, print press, quick cut, all that kind of stuff. I show them how to make logos so they can do that. Keep a few dollars in your pocket. See, the problem is these You youngsters, they think they got to have bands, John Henry. Like you 14, 15 years old, you don't need $10,000 in your pocket. It's cool if you got it, but 9 times out of 10, you got it in an ill-guided way. You need to keep a few dollars in your pocket, you know what I'm saying? $60 to $100. Take a little girlfriend to the movie, do whatever you do, get you something to eat, do whatever you're going to do. You feel what I'm saying? To be cool. You ain't got no bills to pay. So, you know what I'm saying?
Take your time. $60 to $100. It's expensive in San Francisco. It takes $300 to go out.
Not if you're 16 years old, it don't. He said it take $300. We know how you be going out, Johnny. You know what I mean? Not if you're 16 years old, though. You feel what I'm saying? You know, get you a little.
Uncle David, I went to the movies and bought some popcorn and played. My entry fee was like $150.
See you playing, man. I'm serious, dude. You feel what I'm saying? I'm serious. Like we got to get the young people to understand it take time to build up to be who you're going to be. You know what I'm saying? It take 21 years to be 21 years old. It take 18 years to be 18 years old, man. Don't rush the process. Trust the process. You know what I mean?
I agree with that. Yeah.
Definitely. Well, Uncle Damien, before we let you go, you know, this is the shout out time to give out your shout out, but also let the community know what you got coming up. I know you always do a phenomenal event at the end of the year. You always bless the young people, but let the community know how to connect with you. We got Uncle Damien Speaks Up. Also, you could check them out at usforus.com. But this is your time, brother. Give a shout out to the community, to your people, and let the community know what you got coming up.
Usforusbayarea.org. You know what I'm saying? Usforusbayarea.org. First and foremost, man, the crew, man. You know what I mean? Rest in peace to Brandon Cheese. Rest in peace to Lil Cash. You know what I mean? Members who just passed away this year, man. You know, you have not been forgotten. We still here. We still fighting. You know what I mean? For you and all of your loved ones, man. Shout out to the whole Us For Us crew. Rutha, Af, Athena, Vivid, Baby Cash, Charlie, and I do got a list right here because they watching. I promise you.
Charlie, I was like, is he reading the list right now?
Christiana, Dana, my right hand, Dana. You know what I'm saying? D Hal, Dewana, my other right hand. You know what I'm talking about? Baby boy. You know what I'm saying? Millie, Jago, Giuliani, Kathleen, Michelle, my daughter Samantha, my team president. You know what I'm saying? My sister Tanika and Neo. They doing phenomenal. They going hard too. You got to get them on here, man. Got to get Post Check on here and Neo on here, man. Vaya, my right hand man, POP, man, my head of security, Ricky Rat, Shelly, Tanae, my baby. You know Tanae back. Did you know that?
I know, I heard.
Yeah,
she ain't hit me yet, but I heard she back.
Yeah, for sure. Tracy, Yaya, my baby, Aaliyah, man, all of the, you know what I mean? DC, all of the whole Unk Nation. You know what I'm talking about? Because I've cultivated the Unk Nation. We didn't get to talk about that, man. You know, I've been on a lot of podcasts, man. We could go for hours and hours, man. But, you know, I know we got some time constraints and all of that kind of stuff. I'm just honored to be on here. You know what I'm saying? No longer hidden. These gems, you know what I'm saying? And let me say, because I know you got a lot of, you know, political people who be watching, man. Look a little bit deeper, you know. Look a little bit deeper, man. My writers ain't the greatest. You feel what I'm saying? And I know I'm not the only one, man. Shout out to, you know what I mean? Maika from the heart, you know what I mean? Coleman Advocates, you know what I'm saying? UP, it's a lot of individuals, man. Project Level doing a great thing, man. We just here to support, but look a little bit deeper, man. Let's support the people, man. That's supporting the people, man. Shout out to Uncle Stank, you know what I'm saying? Cheryl, all of them doing their thing. Everybody who doing their thing in the community, man. From Sunnydale, Drew, you know what I mean? Siobhan, Stand in Peace, you know what I'm saying? Over there, Betrayal Hill, man, both sides of the conversation, the stuff going. Like, I didn't even know about the violent prevention thing in Ellie Hill tomorrow. How did I go tell Uncle Dave? But it's cool. You feel what I'm saying? You know, I be in Filmo, putting in work like crazy. I'm not no, you know what I'm saying? Bayview Hunters Point organization. We rep the whole city, the whole Bay. We feeding the homeless in Oakland, Richmond, Vallejo. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the City Eats, man. We going to the Philippines, the Ghana, all of that. You know what I'm saying? We making it happen, all from the people, for the people, man. And like John Henry said, man, we need more soldiers, man. It ain't about just us, man. You know what I'm saying? But you can see us doing it to the best of our ability, you know what I mean? And that there's some success that's happening, you know, for every, you know, body that drop. Please believe, man, I got a kid getting some jobs, man. I got 2 youngsters got jobs today. You feel what I'm saying? Two dudes that was in the hall with us, John Henry, and you know them. I ain't gonna call their names out here. You feel what I'm saying? Got one at the barbershop, and I got one working with me over here, Us for Us. You feel what I'm saying? Shout out to City Youth now. Shout out to Chalk. Shout out to MyEap. We are MyEap site now. You feel what I'm saying? For the young people, we finna have them working. I just put in my RFP to get my own youth workforce program because I still believe, like Sean Richard said, a brother gets good, then jobs can stop bullets. You know what I mean? You know, a lot of a lot of them are just like, man, I need a job. You know what I'm saying? We get some help. Shout out to them over there in the field mode doing their thing. It's a collective, it's individuals, man, but they don't talk about that. That's why I love hitting gems and what you're doing, because the mainstream media is not highlighting that. You feel what I'm saying? Even though they did just have me on the cover of the Chronicle, because we got 140 guns off the street on Saturday at the gun buyback. I didn't mean to talk about that. Shout out to everybody that volunteered for the gun buyback this past Saturday. We got 140 guns off the street, which is a lower number. We've been doing it for 10 years. We usually over 250, but you know, with pandemic, and it was storming. We was out there storming rain. It was some real soldiers out there, but like Rudy said, man, God ain't calling no suckers to do his work. You feel what I'm saying? That's why I know ain't none of y'all no suckers over there, because we doing God's work, man. But we got 140 guns off the street. Half of them was assault weapons, man. You can go look on my page, Uncle Damien Speaks. You'll see it, man. It was AR-15s and all kind of killing machines that we got off the streets, man, that, you know, that one gun. And, you know, I don't care if we got one, you know what I mean? That one could save the life that, you know, brings us through the revolution, man. So I appreciate you guys so much for what y'all doing, man. Shout out to the whole crew, man. Everybody.
Man, definitely, Uncle Damien. It is an honor to have you here. I always say you my brother, okay?
Come on, man.
Just don't forget about me when I'm sitting in the middle of the street, okay, with my cardboard sign saying, please help. Because, you know, they don't give both sides of the conversation no love either. You know, we like you. That's why I say we walk in y'all. I know they don't show us no love, okay? So when y'all
but they will, though.
But they will, though. Cardboard sign.
You be getting a little love, though, John, because you ain't afraid to ask for it, man. That's what I like about you, man. You're gonna speak for yours. You're gonna speak for the community. You know what I'm saying?
You know, we love the people, man. It's just an honor to have you here. I've been chasing you down. I've been shooting out harpoons. I've been sending messages through bottles from across the ocean. Uncle Damien, you want no longer to hit it, Get here, brother. Get here.
We working, man. And I admire your consistency, man. Been seeing you, man. And that's what it be. That's what people respect. And that's why we here where we at now, man, because of the consistency. And they see it's real, man. And it's unfortunate that, you know, we coming behind a bunch of poverty pimps, and we keeping it real. So people are afraid, they're untrustworthy, they're unsure. You feel what I'm saying? But we bringing some of that hope back for them, man. We bringing some of that hope back for them, man. Appreciate you for that, man.
That's what we doing. Home run hitting over here, okay? We got some great things. And again, I'm a Us for Us member for life. Don't get it twisted.
Right, no, yeah, you is for sure.
I got some pictures I can show y'all how
you is. You were one of the originals. Shout out to my boy Walker too, man. One of our youngest members, man. He been in on the chat. I see y'all got the little thing blinking right here. The crew watching, you know, I sent to the group chat.
I know. I love all my young Us for Us folks.
Yeah, for sure. We love you too. You see how when we pull up and they see you, they be like, Uncle John, they run up on you.
I mean, I definitely, before I let you go, Uncle Damien, I gotta tell all of the Us for Us youth, Samantha, some very talented young people that you are in possession of, and we thank God that they have somebody like you to help support them. All the young youth that's watching for Us, okay? I'll say it again. When people speak, it's a message from God, all right? We know the young brothers we lost, we've talked, and we're going to continue, like Uncle Damien said earlier, to continue to work with the youth. We're going to do our part here at both sides of the conversation, as well as Us for Us. We know y'all continue. We just going to keep loving on the people. We are in challenging times, but together, we can change our impact. When we talk about here at both sides of the conversation, changing the narrative, community. Tonight, you have seen two powerful individuals, two different states who are changing the narrative, impacting our community, impacting our youth. And when we talk about re-entry, you got these faces up here. Been there, done that. And we're going to keep impacting our community. We're going to keep loving on our young brothers and sisters and making sure they got the tools, the information, and the access. So MyEap, make sure you get Us for Us that money so our young brothers get to work, all right?
No, I don't even want the money.
Us for Us brothers. So
shout out to YCD, man. They got our back too.
Shout out to all the folk, Uncle Stain,
we don't want the money, man. Get the money to the young people, man. We'll help facilitate it, man. But just keep keep writing it, man. Keep bringing it forward, man, so the young people can have opportunities, man, so they can focus on what they need to focus on, man, because, you know, they shouldn't have to be worried about their next meal or the shirt on their back, man. Let them focus on getting their education in their mind together. You know what I'm saying? I'm all the way for that. And before I go, man, December 23rd at the new Southeast facility, because believe it or not, I am a commissioner in the city of San Francisco. The Southeast commissioner is Uncle Damien. You know what I mean? I don't know who made that happen, but nah. Shout out to Tyra, shout out to London, you know what I mean? But December 23rd at the Southeast facility from 2 to 6, we're doing a holiday give back for the community. Go to the Us For Us website, go to our Instagram, usforus.Bay Area, register your kids for the toy. All the kids can get the toys, man. I got about 300-400 toys we bring in, you know what I'm saying? We making it happen for the people, man. I got the hot chocolate bar coming. We got free food for everybody. Samantha is running the gingerbread man making contest, you know what I'm saying? We got the 360 photography, we got the regular photography. Come on, man. I got Young Bari coming.
You didn't call me for the 360.
Make sure you send that information to us so we can put that
right. I shared it with one of y'all associates. John Henry got so many people rocking with him. You know what I mean? When I shared it with one of y'all associates at the Black and Asian cookout, so she's got the flyer. But I'm making a new flyer. I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna get it to John Henry.
Okay, make sure we get that.
Most everything. We got Young Bari performing. We got Young Isaiah, the Little Beast, performing. Joseph Silver's son, Little Beast, gonna be performing. We got Young Lot performing. Hood Hero, you know what I'm saying? We got Feline Finesse performing, doing their thing, you know what I'm saying? I got a couple other special guests coming through too, man. You know what I mean? We got Us For Us member, Stunner Man 02 coming through to perform. You know what I'm saying? We're going to be big stepping up in there. It's going to be lit, man. It's going to be fun. It's going to be short and sweet, man. We're giving out these toys to the community. I'm not trying to take nothing back. Come through, get this free love, man, at the new Southeast facility, $100 million building right there on 3rd and Evans. Right there on 3rd and Evans in the heart of the hood. Come through. It's open for everybody, man. You know what I'm saying? You ain't turning nobody away. If we run out of toys, we're going to make a list. We're going to make sure you get hooked up, man. That's what we've been doing. Been doing it for the past 3 years, man. It's all love for the whole community. December 23rd, man. Shout out to all the Us For Us members, man. I see y'all tapping in, man. Mama Dewana. Shout out my junior president, Omari, 10 years old, organized his own blanket and sock drive. We're going to be doing this Sunday. You know what I'm saying? I heard y'all like, we got a whole lot. We lit up this whole week, too. Y'all going to see us. We're going to cross paths, and we're gonna be there 3rd and Palouse on Saturday, 3 o'clock. Make sure y'all be there. Us For Us gonna be there. Uncle Damien gonna be there. The People Champ belt is gonna be there. So pull up, take a pic, say what's up, and let's keep loving on the people, man.
Hey, Uncle Damien,
yes,
can John Henry the Grits come steal some gifts, okay?
You got what you need. What you need.
I don't have no gifts. Everybody's calling me.
Listen. I got boxes all over the city, bro. You feel me? I got, I'm tapped in. I'm an entrepreneur.
I'm being the Grinch this year. I'm
everybody.
going to Park and Rec. I'm going to Nate. I told them all, I need gifts, okay? My Santa Claus sleigh is stuck in town.
That dude is wild, man.
Hey, thanks. We got to get to our final hit, Jim. Thank you. All of our Us For Us team members that are watching. Shout out to you all. Salute for you amazing individuals that continue to impact our community. Thank you, Damien, for your leadership, the work you're doing. I'll see you tomorrow because I know you'll come up here and bless the young people with me. I'll see you tomorrow, brother.
I'm actually going to Atlanta tonight, man.
No, you can't leave, huh? You can't.
I'm not going on no vacation.
Go to Atlanta and come back on Saturday.
Because they booked me. Like what P.D. Pablo said, because they booked me and they're paying me for it. But we're going out to spread some of this love, man. We got it because, you tapped in with Slutty Vegan and all that. We got to spread this love all over, man. They need you in the city and they need us everywhere, man, wherever we can show some support. But I'm coming right back. But I'm going out there to speak at a couple schools, man. If you know somebody in Atlanta, tap me in with me. We're just going to show some love, man. I'm going to give them this message and this love like I just gave it right here, right now. You know what I mean? Let them know that it's some hope. It's not how you start the race.
Going to Atlanta, Uncle Damien. Make sure you tell them.
We really appreciate you. We really appreciate you. Have safe travels.
Thank you
again for what you're doing for a community, and we'll see you soon.
Definitely. Appreciate y'all.
All right. Hey, Uncle, love you, brother. I'll be in the A-Town. The Bay is coming.
We coming.
Make sure y'all drop a bag up there. I'll see you,
Peace, man. Appreciate y'all.
I love you, brother. All right, y'all. As y'all can see, It's been lit tonight, okay? We got our final hit, Jim. She been waiting patiently. I know she's like, what's going on? I'm a queen here and I'm last. I think sometimes the best is always for last. She's a single mom. She's about to talk about her single mom organization and what she's doing. So we're going to bring up the single moms with the red wine and all the good stuff that's going on. I don't know. We're going to bring her up. Miss Jocelyn, welcome to both sides of the conversation, queen.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Thank you for having me. Oh man. So, when I start, Single Moms Excel is basically for moms that are single that have children that had a breakup or a divorce, and they really want to change their life. They really don't want to go on that cycle. They need the help. They're single now. They're not depending on anything right now because they want to heal. They want to get better. So, one of the things that this program really offers is that what's different is that it's a one-stop shop for the single mom. So when we talk about a mom transforming her life truly from the inside out, we have to provide these resources like childcare so she can really focus on these things, because a lot of times moms are doing 5, 6, 10, 15 things. We got 20 million hats. And so at the end of the day, we need a place, a safe space, a space that we can connect with other moms with the same experiences so that they can be better and do better and excel within themselves and really truly find their passion and go for it. Because at the end of the day, every single mom has a dream, but sometimes we don't do our dream because we are bogged down with the kids, with work and trying to pay the bills and trying to make sure Johnny don't do this and stay out of trouble and all of that. So where does she have time for herself? So this program, it really takes some of that responsibility from her so that she can focus on whether it's her financial, her parenting, whatever it is, her wholeness, because this is a makeover. So when I talk about a makeover, I'm talking about from in a mind, body, soul. And you're like, well, how does that happen? How do we make over a mom that's been through drama and trauma? I became a certified integrative nutrition health coach, and what that means is that I was certified to be able to help to learn balance. How do we balance things in our lives? Because a lot of times we're doing this juggling game. We never have a balance. One scale's higher than the other, and you end up burning out. So what I do is I've been trained to be able to help moms to identify areas, what they can work on and focus, and then make goals toward that. And at the same time, it will, number one, it will better their overall health, not just the health, like for example, relationships, career. We're going through these areas because if you're stressed out in these areas and we're not really focusing on these areas, and we're trying to, like, moms, first thing they want to do when they break up, they go into the gym, they getting their body back, they getting their sexy back. Oh girl, forget him, I'm getting my sexy back, I'm doing all of this and this and that, but we focus on the outside, but we're still hurt on the inside. So at the end of the day, we're teaching moms how to get a balance and how to do that, and at the same time give her a support group, have her connect with other moms, and also find her passion. Because a lot of times, here it is, this is the truth. Look, if we find a hustle and it make money, we're gonna go do it regardless of the fact that it's our passion. If I'm selling vacuums because it's gonna make me a penny to feed Johnny and whatever, then I'm going to go sell vacuums if I have to. But see, that's what we're doing. We're always in this hustle that we're not really going into the career or passion that we want, because we're trying to make sure ends meet. So this is what we're doing. We're making sure that moms find her passion. What is it that you want, that you actually want to do so that you can obtain the best for yourself and your children? You know what I mean? So we help her. We give her, these hours. She spends some hours, and we definitely take away the responsibility of the children. We babysit them and we take care of them, and she goes into her thing. So this is about 12 hours a month, but it's investing in her. So we have physical exercises, we have we have classes for physical exercise, nutrition classes, cooking classes, parenting classes, financial literacy. We're going over relationships classes, beauty and healthcare, self-care. All of that is important for the mom, and it gives her the time to do that and to focus on her. So that's what it is in a nutshell. And I'm going to stop there if you guys have any questions.
Oh, I got a lot of questions. You're not
Okay, let's go.
you're not getting off the hook that easy, okay? Now I heard you talk about food. I think this is like one of the powerful things that I've seen in your bio about food because in the Black and brown community, we are definitely impacted with food deserts, food apartheid as they call them, no access to good quality food. And we know that food plays a lot, not only with our weight, but our mental and things of that nature. How do your organization, how do you push that out to further communities to really deal with the food deserts, and how do you educate and empower communities to bring that healthy nutrition and food balance to our community?
Well, we definitely educate on that because I think a lot of times, moms are getting food stamps and what they do, they just buy whatever. But see, here's the thing, a lot of moms that don't know, they can go buy, good food, and quality food that'll help them at other parts. Yeah, it's not present. It's sad because even where I live, I have to go clear across town to get the best meat, to get the best vegetables and different things like that. I got to go do that. But I know that if I do that, it will help me mentally, physically, everything. So what we're doing is we're educating moms on that. Why is it important? Give them the tools of why this is going to help your because we don't talk about gut microbiome. Nobody knows what that is. 90% of our immune system is in our gut. Why are we getting sick? Because we're not feeding the right things in our gut. 80% of serotonin is in our gut. So if you messed up and pissed off and irritated and all of this, it's probably, what did you eat? What are we eating? So if we educate our communities and say, hey, look, this is why you're going through this, it will encourage them to, hey, it might be, we might have to go to the other side of town, but you know what? They accept those EBT stamps, honey. So you can go ahead and swipe that and go get what you need so that you can be better and feel better. But, and then too, in our communities, I know there's other organizations that focus on that. I know there's an organization here that focuses on growing and gardening and different things and growing your own food and different things like that. So cooking classes will be implemented as well, and gardening and all of those good things, because it's important that we do teach that, because if we don't teach that, they're never going to know, and we're going to do the same old thing that they've been doing. We're just going to pack with all these preservatives and just put it in there and then feed our kids. Next thing you know, we got cancer, diabetes, we got all of these things that are holding us back from being the best, that we can be.
Why do you think that it's so hard for moms to invest in their own lives, like their mind, their body, their spirit, self-care? Like, I mean, I kind of know because I'm a mom, so I've been there and I have experienced it. But why do you think the numbers are so high when it comes to that self-care for moms?
Well, I think it's basically is what we're going to do. We're going to provide them. We're going to take care of your kids. So a lot of times it's the children pull away from us. And so when that happens, you get tired, you get burnt out. If we can just grab your kids for 2 hours of the week and say, look, you can go here, because we're going to also, in the program, it's a 6-month program, we're going to also provide opportunities for them for self-care. So like one time a month is for 3 or 4 hours. We will get your kids and we're going to go out and we're going to go do something, and they'll also get a stipend so they can do something for their self-care, whether it be, just going to the park, taking a walk, a hike. We could go a day. So whatever it is, we're going to involve that self-care. But a lot of times it's because we don't have the support for someone to say, hey, let me watch your kids. You go ahead and do you, and sometimes people don't want to leave their kids with certain people, which is understandable because, of whatever reasons. But I believe a lot of it is because we're so in the hustle and bustle of things that we're just trying to make ends meet. We think that's the way to give us our peace, not realizing we have to first take care of ourselves. And a lot of times we can't take care of ourselves because we don't have the time, we don't have the support, we don't have the husband or the family support, the family unit that will say, hey, I'll take your kids, because our family's already broken. We have just broken families, and a lot of people have trust issues and different things like that. So I mean, at the end of the day, we are hiring people that are professionals that know what it's not just anyone off the street. We have licensed daycare providers. We make sure they're they're legit. Everything that we do is in a professional sense, so that way people can begin to trust the process, because it is a process.
So, do you have this located in the Bay Area as well? I know you're located in Fresno. So, is this in San Francisco or Oakland? Or if it's not, are you willing to bring it this direction?
It's not yet. This is really our first cohort of doing it. We've had a luncheon that we've had to fundraise. Right now, we just got, we started this in July of this year. So we picked our 12 moms in the program. It's a 6-month program, and we are board. We have an awesome and amazing board, 6 to 8 people that we interviewed the moms, and we chose because again, this is about being ready for something like this. To be able to not just get a handout, but look, we're going to teach you how to fish. We're going to teach you how to do this and get better and do better. So, but yes, to answer your question, I am definitely willing to start something outside of where we're at, because again, this is not something that's just going to be here, because I can foresee this doing in different cities. I'm already, this is something that it would be implemented in different cities. Like it would be something that I can teach, building different sites at different places and letting and showing people how we're doing it. So yes, absolutely, I would love to do
And
that.
how did you pick those certain moms? And also, is this in person? And are you willing to start something virtual for the women that's out of the area as of now?
So we did absolutely do virtual. We know that in person would be more effective because we would be able to, take care of their children, and they can have complete focus and, really. And so it's designed to be able to be in person, but we are offering virtual too as well. That was going to be something dual as well, because how we chose the moms basically is the number one keystone in this program is that, what do you believe about mental health? We can't force you to do the work, but this is one of the things that is necessary for, in our program. So basically we interviewed the moms, and what we're doing, the main thing that we were concerned about is that, are they willing to do the work on themselves for your mental health? Because again, I'm the product of the program. So everything that we implemented, everything that we did, it's been a year and a half for me, and I've excelled in 1 year that, that more than I have in my marriage of 8 years. So because of the steps that I took, so everything, and I had to do my work. I had to do my mental health, work, my therapy, and different things like that, so that I will not follow into the cycle of choosing, you know, uh, a man that was toxic, that was not good for me, and having boundaries and all of that. So that is something that was important to us. So, but that's how we kind of choose. Now, our women run from 53, from 27 to 53. We do have 12 now, are in the process. Will launch in February, but that's kind of our process. People apply on our site, singlemomsexcel.com. And then for those that are in the program, they would get a stipend of up to 250 based on per month, based on funding, on grant funding. But those that have not been selected, we want to also and still invite them to the virtual, because even though they wouldn't be able to receive the stipend, but that's okay, because we still want to educate moms if they're willing, if they have that, that drive to be able to learn and to see. We want to be able to still offer that virtually, maybe for a small donation or whatnot. We got the particulars set out yet, but we know that that's something that virtually would be a benefit to all.
Wow, very powerful stuff. You must be in my head, Jonathan, okay? Because I've been thinking about this. Both sides of the conversation, we're silent movement, but we're moving, okay? The
Right.
biggest thing that we do here is we like to assess situations. Then we like to criticize. Then we like to mobilize, okay? That's what we do here. All right. But
Right.
with that being said, see, you was in my head because I'm on this coalition of folks who are in the process of creating new child support laws and things of that nature. So that's some of the behind the scene work that we do. And those are some of the questions that come up, because I take a lot of hits because of the things that I'm advocating for with the change of these policies. So a lot of women are saying, well, what about the dads who don't want to be a part of these mothers? How are we going to help them and support them? And I think what you're talking about in your program will be a great benefit to mothers to have access to childcare, mental health services, nutrition, and health and wealth, because it's very important. Because there is some policies that's going to be pushed that's going to really impact Black and brown communities in the future. I'm on some of these meetings and talking with some of these lawmakers, and but we are at a point where we have to start doing certain things to not only impact mothers and fathers who are impacted by family court and child support. There's some harm that's been caused in California from family courts, child support, and things of that nature. But also just the things that you are talking about, people going through relationships, going through marriage, how do we help support them? And I always think that there's a lack of support when it comes to those support services for single moms. And again, shout out to all of the single moms who make it happen, because it is a job. Okay. I was a single dad, so I understand. And I had some help, but for the mothers out there, I always have a lot of understanding and humility to those amazing women who continue to do that. And I think this type of program is what's needed. As Tony said, she's a phenomenal mom who does everything in the world and still shows up at both sides of the conversation. I don't know how she do it, okay?
We do it.
But I hear this thing so much about resources, and one of the things that I respect just hearing you talk about is paying our people. Okay, I think that is very important for these programs. And you heard Uncle Damien said earlier, these poverty pimps, and I'm in these city meetings and I'm fighting for folks saying, I'm not going to allow my people to come to these programs and don't get nothing, right? Everybody creates programs, but they have nothing for the participants. And we have to get into that model. I had some other folks reach out to me and say, John, I want to connect with your community. I want them to come and volunteer. I said, hold on. My people don't work for free. Okay. Right. We don't do that. You want my people to be a part of your program, you better put some money up to get them to participate. I don't care how long or how they do it. Make sure that they get something. I think we need more programs that are incentive-based because we do deal with all of the financial disparities and all of the issues that we have in community. And I think that's a great thing to do to make sure that the participants of other programs that are being written up comes with some kind of incentive to keep folks involved and some financial being for them in these programs, especially if it's grant funding and things of that nature, because our people need it. All right. Anytime we're dealing with mental health, and Tony can tell you, I'm always here yelling about mental health. Mental health in the Black community is one of the top priorities that we have to address. Yeah. And I keep telling people, until we treat mental health in our community like COVID, the change in the behaviors is never going to change. And I'm all for paying for folks to get mental health. People get mad at me when I said, no, pay my people. Okay. Pay them to go get mental health. I'm tired of folks in different communities talking about it's mental health. Black folks need mental health, but they're not willing to put out the money for them to get the services, and they're not willing to put in the investment to bring culturally competent social workers, providers, and therapists to our community. So again, the program that you're talking about, it sounds really great. Okay, we got to have a conversation about this because Tony's right. We need this all across the Bay Area and beyond. All right, because these are the type of services that we need to bring to our community, especially when we dealing with our Black and brown communities, when we know that there's food deserts, lack of access to services, a lot of our gyms have closed down from the pandemic. So having programs like this to impact our community is something tremendous. We need these services. So definitely we want to connect with you and see what we could do and have a conversation, because this is something that I've been fighting and advocating for. And I don't want to forget the dads. We'll get this with the ladies going, but we got to remember about our dads, because also I just want to put this out there. I know it's a lot of women like, John, we don't care. But listen, I keep telling Black folks in this country, you can't heal one half of the community and expect change. Okay. Yep. And I'm not saying that the services that are provided from you and other organizations that our women don't need it. But again, I'm at these tables and nobody's advocating for Black males and Black male support. And I keep telling them mental health only work if we heal in our whole community. Okay. We have to also invest in the males in our community and make these programs where we can also have a male support service if we really want to make change. Right. It's like, I hear it all the time. And women are like, oh, I'm getting health. I'm getting mental health. I'm getting therapy. I'm getting treatment. Right. And then they mad because they can't find no guys in the community. They're all toxic and this. And I'm like, what kind of mental health services did we give the brothers? All right.
Woo.
So we need some help there. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
But I like the concept of the work that you're doing. And we want to continue to push this out to community. Check out the YouTube, Single Mom Excels. Check out the websites. This information is very important for all of our folks in the Central Valley down there and Fresno and Bakersfield and all that down there. Because I know I got people down there. Don't tell me I ain't got no people down in Bakersfield and Fairfield watching down there because they always calling me like, oh, I just saw you. I just saw your show. Okay. So I know I got some people down there in Bulldog territory. All my Bulldogs
Ooh.
out there. I know y'all out there watching because y'all be calling me. Okay. But definitely, big ups to your program. I mean, I think this is very, very dope. And just bringing all of what you all are bringing to the work down there. And I agree with Tony. We need to really talk and figure out how do we bring these type of programs and services here to the Bay Area and beyond.
Yep. Awesome.
Tony, you got anything else with Miss Jasmine? She been waiting patiently.
I mean, I wish we could have like another hour with her because I really want to, pick her brain and really go through this whole concept because it is a very beautiful platform. But we are running out of a little bit of time. But I hope that you can come back and maybe you can come on our Educational Thursday and educate us on, all these different layers of what you're doing in your platform because you just really hit a lot of layers that was so important. And even what John said, like it's important for us to heal both sides of the parents, because it's true. Like you doing all this work on us and then we can't find a good man to match our behavior, and but the biggest thing that really stuck with me, what you said was just us taking care of our inner self. And you're right, most of us do hit the gym, we do do everything to the outside of our body, but inside we are broken and we are hurt and we are devastated and we are angry and we are mad and we are confused. And so that really I was like, ooh, that's a good one. That was a good one because I've been there. I'm divorced. I've been divorced for 6-7 years now, and I remember feeling like that. I was looking good on the outside. But I was tore up from the flow up inside. I really was. So when you said that, I was like, "Ooh, yes, that's the problem."
Like yesterday. Yes.
So you definitely please come back on our show. Come on our Educational Thursday, and let's really get more time with you, so you can really break down those layers of in educating us on how we need to get there.
And they already shout you out. They said you're amazing. I gotta hear.
That's why people out there in Fresno.
Right.
Yes.
But definitely, Jonathan. Like Tony said, we have a segment on Thursdays called Educational Thursdays. If you have a PowerPoint presentation, I would love to have you come back after the New Year's to really talk about nutrition. And it's something that's very important. I'm glad you talked about obesity and stuff because it is a problem in our community. And again, we don't have enough Black nutritionists coming on and really talking to our community about how to cook. We know the Black soul food and things that we like. How do we really make sure that we're getting our grains, all of our stuff a day? Somebody had told me, John, I didn't learn about nutrition until I got in college. I didn't even teach us this a short time in high school. So I think what you're doing to be a great refresher for community to really make sure that we're getting all of our dairy, all whatever we need for our parts of meals a day, and then really educating our community. And I'm working with some chefs and some folks right now to really come on and talk to our community how to create some healthy meals, less than 30 minutes and things of that nature. Because you're right, there are so many single moms who are trying to work with kids, do all of this, and then they come home. And that's why a lot of our parents are just buying our kids McDonald's and fast food because they don't have time. But I'm working with some chefs right now, trying to get them to come on so they can really teach our community how to make these quick meals in 30 minutes or how to prepare so that they can provide healthy meals for our young folk and for our families.
Awesome.
Well, do you want to give out any shout outs? You want to show some love to anybody or tell us where we can we got your information on the
on here. Yes.
They loving you. They loving you.
Yeah. A lot of them, I'm a health coach too. So I invited a lot of people to the show, and Elsa there. I have my board members are here. I got Karen here. She's my legal analyst for our moms. So when we talk about building this, legit, Yeah, she's the real deal. So she's out here. Tanisha's out here. I got a couple board members on here too as well. So thank you guys for supporting me. And at the same time, they believe in the mission and the vision of what we're trying to do. This is not something that's just going to start. This is just only the beginning. And I'm telling you, when it's God led, all of this is God led. All of my board members have came through. I mean, they came to me. So at the end of the day, it's a God-given directing. So I know this is something that can really change a mom's life, like literally before her eyes. So I appreciate all of you guys. So yes, thank you. And that's it. That's it.
Well, you just make sure your people connect with my people, and we'll sit down and we'll have a conversation, and we'll make it happen both sides.
Make it happen.
Make it happen. Let's make it happen. Oh, but thank you to all your amazing folks who showed up and support. See, this is why I say the best for laugh. It's a reason why I let the two brothers go. Because it was all intended. Okay, we are here. I know it is late, community. Okay, they talked about a lot of great things in here for all the people that's watching. Okay, every Tuesday we have a segment called Hidden Gems. This segment is for Black and brown community folks to come on here to promote their businesses, as well as to give our flowers to our community organizations and leaders that are doing positive things to impact community every Thursday at 6 o'clock, and it's going to be changing to 7 o'clock. We'll bring educational folks to come on and do a PowerPoint presentation to educate our community with information that sometimes our community just doesn't get. And then every Sunday, we have a community conversation. We tackle all the taboo conversations and stigma topics that impact the Black community. This week, we're talking about submission. For all you ladies out there, why I can't get a man? Maybe it's submission. I don't know. But we're going to have a conversation about it this Sunday. Look at Tony already like, John, stop. No. This conversation is going to be powerful. We've been having the last month a lot of relationship conversations. We are still looking for a few more panelists. Maybe that's you. Maybe you got something you want to talk about. Go to our website, sign up. You could be a part of this Sunday conversation. This is our last Sunday conversation for the year. As we get ready to kick off, take our winter break, and then we'll be back after the New Year's. We're going to be kicking off with our youth team. We got a youth team that they're going to come on, have an amazing Sunday conversation to talk about the things of that nature. For all of the new folks tuning in, just watching us, maybe you didn't know about both sides of the conversation. What we do, check us out. We're doing some amazing stuff in the community, okay? We impact people. All we do is bless people all over. Black folks, wherever you at, we show up and do what we do. That's what we all about. Please follow us on our social media handles, all of them, and make sure you tap in. We'll go live. You'll see us in the community. We're going to be out feeding the homeless this weekend. We'll be doing some amazing things to continue to impact our community through the holiday season. We got some real Secret Santa stuff. We're going to bless some people this holiday season. We're going to change some families because that's all we do is change the narrative. But, Tony, is there anything else you want to say before I give my benediction tonight? For y'all that's new that don't know.
Hold on, Bishop. Hold on. You asked me a question. Hold on.
He gonna have 2-3 closes to the minute.
You don't even know, sis. You don't even know. But no, I just want to iterate what John was saying. Like, you guys, please come out in community, be in community. Remember that it is the holiday season, and not everybody has everything that they need during the holiday season. And we know that this is the time where mental health just sky rises. And be in prayer with one another, walk in love, you know what I mean, smile at each other, hug on one another. Those things are free. And this is the time that people commit a lot of suicide and things like that. So you never know, it might be that coworker that you sitting next to every day, or that neighbor that's rolling their eyes at you. Like, you just don't know. Pray for one another. We got to be in community. And remember, this is our platform, but this is your platform too. And like John said, we always looking for that hidden gem. There's so many people out here that's doing things in the community that you don't even hear about. I never even heard of this organization. So if you know organizations, people that's doing great things, you guys have to celebrate them and let us know who they are, because we definitely want to give you your flowers while you're here. Until then, as always, keep ascending. Community.
Y'all already know. For y'all that just tuning in, y'all don't even understand what's going on. But I'm gonna just tell y'all, maybe you knew and don't know about both sides of the conversation, but my team in the community has elected me bishop. I don't know why, but they said I'm always preaching on this podcast. I'm always preaching like a preacher in the pulpit. I said, I'm not a preacher, but they said, we're gonna call you the bishop. So with that being said, every show now, since they have honored me as the bishop of both sides of the conversation, I leave the people with the benediction. Anytime you go to a great service, the pastor always wraps up what took place for the day. And I'm not asking for no plate. Okay, there ain't no plate going around. Okay, but look, Tony that took everybody off the screen. She's like, no, Tony, bring my people back. Bring my people back. I'm finna get a benediction so we can get out of here. It's been a long night, community.
We ain't got no offer for you tonight. I'm letting you know that now.
Only offering is love and peace to the community. But I'm going to give my benediction. I have my towel ready, okay? I'm going to give my benediction, and my benediction is going to start off like this, community. You have heard from three of the most amazing hidden gems of this time. When we talk about the things that impact our community, when we talk about how we changing the narrative, tonight you heard from two phenomenal brothers who told their stories, their truths. They were vulnerable. Queens and kings out there, when you hear Black men opening up, talking about their truths, their hurts, their pains, their disappointments, the things that they've been through, and they have been there to ascend, as Tony would always say, and continue to rise above all the odds to make change, not only in their life, but the community life. That is something that we must highlight. This Hidden Gem segment is really about uplifting the voices of Black folks, uplifting and giving flowers to people who continue to impact our community. That's what this segment is all about. This is about the businesses. You heard the brother talk about his books. You heard about Uncle Damien, the work that he's doing. It takes entrepreneurship. It takes kings and queens of the community to uplift the change. When we talk about changing the narrative, we're talking about changing the narrative from the voices of the people. Tonight, you heard the voices of two powerful kings and one amazing queen that is doing great impact to change the trajectory of our people, the great people that we are. It starts with mental health. You heard it many, many times tonight. Without the mental health, without the health, how do we move forward? If you're not eating right, you're not thinking right. If you're not eating right, you're not sleeping right. It takes a community to uplift the people. It takes a community in unity to have the village approach to make that change. This program, when we talk about single moms, this is what they're doing in the Central Valley, giving the wraparound service on all areas to make sure that women are impacted. How do we continue to support the people and organizations that do this work? It is very important for our single moms to get a break. It's the holidays. Sometimes those single moms have to take up all of the duties of the male and the female. Sometimes they have to work 2 jobs. Sometimes they might only get 2 hours of sleep. Community, what are we doing to make sure that they are provided the proper resources so that they can get the proper self-care, the proper rest, and access to services? It is needed. Don't just be a stingy person and think because you have everything in line that you can't be the next in line. This holiday season, make sure you are impacting somebody. Thank God for the things that you have been blessed with, the opportunities that you have been given, and make sure that you give back to somebody. This platform, this organization, both sides of the conversation, we will continue to impact the men and women and children and the elders of our community every day. That is our mission, to bring our communities together through this platform. We will bring the resources, the education, the information to our community. You can't say you don't know how to connect, because every week we are connecting our people. All we're going to keep doing is uplifting the spirits of the people. Thank you all for tuning in and being a part of something so amazing for our people. You heard Tony. This is not about CNN. It's not about Fox News. This is about Black folks having a space, brown folks to have a space to speak their truths, to show each other love, to uplift each other, to lead by example. That is leadership. Demonstrating what's possible, that's what we do. You be that leader of your community. Demonstrate what's possible. With that being said, community, thank you all for tuning in tonight's Hidden Gem segment. This has been a great segment. Y'all know I love all of our Hidden Gem segments because all of the negativity that happened before Tuesday, we can let it go and smile and enjoy some amazing, amazing hidden gems. After tonight, these folks aren't so hidden. Our community is going to be reaching out. Community, Go out there and check out some of our hidden gems. Support their businesses. Make sure that you connect your relatives and your folks with those organizations and with those folks that are having tremendous impact in our community. And we're going to continue to do our part. Make sure you don't forget, support both sides of the conversation, because we are the hub. We are the connect. We are the sauce to be the bosses out here. I can't do none of this without Pretty Tony and my both sides of the conversation team. We thank you all. Enjoy your holiday season, community. Be safe. Okay, be safe out there. I know we are approaching these last weeks of Christmas. There has been a number of robberies that have been taking place at our malls. Be careful to all of the queens and kings out there shopping at night. Be safe. I know a lot of folks are waiting last minute, getting paid right before the holiday. Just make sure that you're being safe. We still do have people in our community that prey on people when they're walking and not paying attention. So be safe out there. And we hope that every community folk get all the things that they need this holiday season. Again, it's not just about gifts. As y'all heard about Tony say, it's about love. It's about humility, compassion, bringing our families and communities together. This is a time where folks deal with high anxiety and depression. Folks have lost loved ones. Wrap your arms around those people. Check on your loved ones. We got another cold storm coming in, okay? Make sure you look out for your unhoused folks. Bring some of those extra coats and blankets out there to the people you see on the street. It is cold out there. And again, I'm happy to be back with 2 shows to go, Tony. I'm on the road again, but I'm here. Pretty Tony's been holding it down. Our team's holding it down. Thank you all for continuing to support the work that we do. And this weekend, we're going to start blessing our people. We're going to be kicking off our unhoused feed on Saturday and Sunday. We'll be up at Juvenile working with our youth, and we're going to start blessing families. We're going to be pulling up, and we're going to be impacting some community families to make sure that they have a great Christmas experience from both sides of the conversation. So salute to you all. Have a great evening. Good night now from the Bishop. See y'all soon.